Hey guys, you know that I received my fair share of criticism regarding my safety techniques and sometimes my questionable safety practices. I really do try to work as safely as I can, but I suppose it just comes with making woodworking videos. There will always be people who are going to find things that they want to comment on. But rather than leaving an anonymous comment, one guy actually did something about it. Bruce over at Microjig sent me a pair of these Grr-Rippers, they're called, and I'm sure you've seen these before. It's a really handy tool. He asked me if I would make a video showing them, so I thought, yeah, but I'll do something better. Rather than just making a video showing lots of cuts with the gripper, most of the videos just show you cutting a board, but what do you do with a board? You know, you want to make something with it. So I'm going to make something with them, but first, let me show you a little bit more about the gripper. So here's a closer look at the gripper, and what it is it has these gripping pads on the bottom that will grab your wood and push it through your saw, your router, jointer, anything like that. It's like a push stick really multiplied. It's way better because it's fully adjustable. You know, this center part moves around, these pieces move around, this piece here slides down to grab, you know, the sides of your wood, and you get this thing, you get all sorts of stuff with the gripper. Basically what it does is it keeps your hands away from all moving blades on your saws, and it actually improves all of your cuts, which is really the most important thing. You can get really nice cuts on your boards. Now there are tons of videos out there on YouTube showing you how to use the gripper. You can certainly go to the Microjig website and find lots of handy videos on there. You can go to the Wood Whisperer. He did a video recently on the gripper too, which is really good because it kind of gives you real fundamentals of everything on how it works. So that said, I'm not going to go through all of that. I'm just going to use the gripper and make something. And this is what I'm going to be making. It's the magic box that produces things. Let me show you how it works. Okay, you notice I have on my magic hat, you know, courtesy of Dennis. Hey, thanks Dennis. It is magical. Okay, so the magic box is an empty box, okay? Put my arm through it, and it's got slots up front, so obviously so you can see into the box. Okay, I'm gonna put it down here. Now the other component of this box is this inner tube, which is also, you know, it's just a tube. Okay, so what I want to do is you put the tube down in the box, and of course you can still see all around it. And now I just want to think, what would I want this box to produce? How about a beer? Let me see if it'll produce a beer. Well, I bet it will. Okay, I'm going to reach into the box. And it does produce a beer. Wow, it's like so amazing. You know, and it's just a tube for crying out loud. I don't know. So let me see what else the box can produce. Do you think it can produce 2 beers? Probably, since I'm shooting this on video, and I would probably edit it out if it didn't work. So again, let me just show you that the tube is empty. I always like to prove that there is nothing there. Okay, so this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take away the box. But not only that, with a big flourish, I can pull this off, and whoa! That time it wasn't just a beer, it was, you know, also a bottle opener. So that's the magic appearing box, and I'm going to be making this. I'll show you how to do it. Let's get started. Using 2 grippers, I'm using this hand-over-hand leapfrog technique to make one long 3/4 by 3/4 inch strip. One of the things that I like about the gripper is that it's sort of infinitely adjustable with all of the attachments you get on it. You can kind of set it up to, you know, whatever looks right to the cut or the routing that you need to do. In this case, I'm going to use my router. So I've taken off this side fence here, and it comes with this additional plate. And I've slid the plate over so that when I take these strips of wood, I cut down those 3/4 inch pieces, I can put it up there, and this will slide right up against there, hold it flat against my fence, and I have pressure pushing down here to keep it going straight through the whole cut. Now I have 8 of these 3/4 inch strips with a 1/4 inch groove running down each of them. I've glued up these frames, well, at least one of them. I wish I had 2 band clamps, but I'm gonna wait for this one to dry and then glue up the other one. Using 1/4 inch MDF, I'm cutting out 4 12-inch by 12-inch squares with 45-degree bevels. On one of those panels, I'm cutting out a series of 3/4 inch slots on my router. Well, now comes the tricky part. I need to glue all 4 of those side panels into these grooves. Wow, that was such a tight fit that I don't even really think I need to clamp this up. So now I can get started on these side pieces. So to make that L-shaped cut and have plenty of surface area to support it, I've got a 4.5 inch wide board here, and I've set my gripper up to where I have all of the pads in contact with the wood, and this one is up against the fence, and I have this little support fence which is dropped down and will press the board up against my fence so that I can feed it through evenly the whole way. Well, now I can just run it through my table saw and all of this will be waste. And I cut that long board down into 4 equal pieces of that L shape, and those will just fit onto the corners like that. Just need to glue them down. All right, now I need to get started on that cylinder inside. So I've sprayed a coat of spray adhesive onto this very fluorescent poster board. And I'm gonna take a sheet of black poster board and try to stick it down just to give it some more weight. And I've put a piece of carpet tape along this edge, and I'm just going to make my cylinder. Okay, so basically that's all there is. This is my completed magic box. And what I have done is painted it very bright colors, and I've just splattered some blue paint on it just to give it sort of a festive look. And well, actually all those bright colors are really important on magic boxes because they really distract the audience from what's really going on. The other thing I did is on the inside of this box, I don't know if you can see it, is I lined it with black velvet on these 3 sides. And on the slotted side, I painted it a flat black paint. Now, the other thing I've done is I took a piece of plywood and I just wrapped it also with some black velvet. Now, of course, I've got my fluorescent green tube, which goes on like that, and of course this will fit on like that. So once again, let me show you how this works. And to perform this trick is pure simplicity. All you want to do is, of course, show that the box itself is empty, you know, and place it back down. And then you want to show that the tube is also empty, that there are, you know, no shenanigans going on there. And there's a couple of different ways that you could produce items in this. One that I like to do is to just take this off, and then with a big flourish, ha-ha! Hey, it's the Grr-Ripper! Well, there it is. There's the magic box that I was able to make with a lot of help from the Grr-Ripper from Microjig. And I want to thank Bruce for sending these out to me. It's a really great product. I suggest you guys all, you know, check it out. It's really handy to use in the workshop. They work like magic, you might say. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Wait a second. You're probably wondering, I didn't learn anything about that magic trick. How does it work? Oh yeah, I saved the best for last. Here's the trick. Okay, so you know that there's the box there, and you know that I can reach in and pull out, say, you know, a beer. Even though I show, dun 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 dun, I didn't show this part. there's an inner tube on there that is also covered with black velvet. Okay, black velvet is really important because it really absorbs light. So if you'll notice, when the inside of the box, since it's completely black, if I put the black tube in, you do not see it, and it's on the black velvet base. So, you know, watch, you can actually see my hand disappear. Woo, 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 and produce whatever you want out of the magic box. Now get into your shops and make one.